Hello everyone, this is Fuzzfinger and welcome to Disney's Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, the 2013 remake. This has just been released today. I've downloaded this off the PSN store and this is actually a game I've been looking forward to, having played the original Castle of Illusion on the Sega Megadrive, what seems like so many years ago now. In fact, it was so many years ago. And I couldn't wait to get this. Unfortunately, I've heard some less than glowing reviews about this game, so we'll see how we get on. I still wanted to give it a go because I'd already told you all I was going to be playing this anyway. So we're just going to go through the menu now, and I've heard this game isn't very long. In fact, I did have a quick crack at the tutorial, and it does, you know, ring bell with the nostalgia in my mind. But we shall play the whole game now, and hopefully it will all be good. So let's make a start.
Like a shadow from a horrible nightmare. Lost and alone, what was Mickey to do? Luckily, fate intervened in the guise of a mysterious old mouse. Caution, lad, for Miserabel's plans are truly wicked. Using a magic spell, she intends to steal Minnie's youth and beauty. Your sweetheart will be left as hideous as the witch is now, and her heart will contain only hatred and anger.
Oh no! How can I save her? What do I do?
You must find the 7 rainbow gems that will create the fabled Rainbow Bridge. It will take you to where Minnie is being held. But beware the Gem Keepers. They are Miserabel's prime ministers of misery and won't give up their treasures easily.
Gems? Gem keepers. Got it. Wait, where do I find them?
Within Miserabel's Castle of Illusion. But beware, young mouse. The witch has created strange worlds and bizarre creatures to prevent you from reaching her. Each gem is guarded by one of Miserabel's Masters of Illusion. Defeat them to claim your prize. And remember, use great caution. Mickey did not take the old mouse's words lightly. He thanked him and rushed to the castle gates.
So Disney seemed to have gone all out with the cutscenes. Quality cutscenes there.
The castle
I'll leave it to you to decide whether I was being sarcastic or not.
Playground of trickery and peril.
But this is similar to the tutorial level that we saw in DuckTales Remastered, which is also available on my channel if you want to check that out. This I don't think was in the original game from what I can remember. It's just a little bit of extra fun that you can sort of mess around with. And there's 800 of these little gems to collect in total. But the main aim of the game is to collect the bigger gems.
With the heart of a great lion, though his knees felt more like those of a frightened kitten.
If you remember, if anyone's played the Megadrive version, then your level select was pretty much a 2D platforming section, which the whole game is 2D platforming. This remake isn't, and you had a line of doors along multiple floors and your character would automatically move to the next one. So we've got a little bit more freedom here, but you know, it's pretty much the same sort of thing really, and that's what we want. We want the same sort of thing. We don't want a whole new game, although in saying that, this game does actually take far more liberties with changes to the original than DuckTales Remastered did. That was very, very samey to the original, but this, you know, it is quite a little bit different. In fact, there's a lot that's the same, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you played the original, then this is going to seem familiar straight off the bat. But there's also 3D sections. It's not just straight 2D platforming, it mostly is. And you'll probably be recognising the music as well if you played the Mega Drive version. Do the enemies respawn? Yes, they do. Good, because we missed something up here. I'm not going to be going for a complete collection of everything, but we'll get what we can get. This is mainly just to rekindle, playing this game just to rekindle the nostalgia that I'm hopefully going to feel from when I played this game before. And I did complete the original to this. When I played DuckTales Remastered, I enjoyed the game, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't really compare it to the original because I never played it. Whereas with this I have, so hopefully I'll be a little bit more knowledgeable in what's going on.
Knowing he would need a way to defend himself.
So yeah, as I was saying when we was at the level select, the general idea here is to collect the larger gems at the end of each level, each of which is held by a boss fight, or held by a boss, which we have to fight, and then hopefully we'll get the gem. A couple of extra things there to collect, so we'll grab those. Oh, have we missed that? Nah. Little start, which we just lost straight away. One thing I have noticed straight off the bat is that in the original you had to sort of press a button when you jumped, which allowed you to bump on enemies with Mickey's backside, but now you don't. You can just jump on them Mario style and everything's cool.
The signpost was created by Miserable.
We need to get rid of all these arrows on the signpost until we're left with just the correct one. So we'll just go through the random doors. And now I think we can go this way. Nope. Which one have we missed? Well, it would actually, it is actually telling us, so I'm not sure why I'm doing that. That's more like it, and then it puts the door out for us.
Suddenly, Mickey was in another part of the world.
There's 2 acts to each level,
Trees.
and then the boss act, so 3 acts really, including the boss. But this game, from what I've been seeing in the reviews, is not a very long game at all, in any way, shape or form. It's probably only going to take a few hours, 3 hours really, of game time to get through the story. For some reason I decided to fall down and die there. That's okay, I'm happy to go this way. Oh no, we didn't die. Falling down just brought us onto the next part of the level. These enemies were, of course, in the original game. I remember them quite vividly. The mushrooms, the trees, all that sort of good stuff. Can we get up there? I don't know if we can actually. Unless we can just jump straight up. Huh, nearly. Let's kill that. I'm going to try that once more. Nah, we can't. Okay, forget that. I will grab the little gem though. So yeah, the enemies do respawn, which I'm guessing is quite useful, seeing as how you do need to use them at times in order to reach areas high enough to grab secret items or whatnot. But I need to kill that one, which is a good job really, because I couldn't seem to shoot him. And this is slightly different than on the Megadrive version of the game. The Megadrive, which was purely 2D platforming, has been updated here, and here we are seeing the 3D elements of Castle of Illusion. So, feels very 3D Mario-ish this does at the moment. But I like the way they've added these sections into the game. Gives it a nice bit of variety. But it does, you know, it makes it feel, oh that was close, a little bit different to the original while still keeping the sort of samey feelings at the same time. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. That's the first act done. As you can see, they're not huge acts at all. I think that took us about 6 or 7 minutes. So we'll have the second act to get through, and then it's the boss act, and the Enchanted Forest is done with.
Mickey knew he was close.
The only thing is I can't remember off the top of my head how many levels there are. I don't think there's a lot.
Danger.
I remember on the Megadrive version playing through the Toyland level. It was so many years ago now that I played this game. Wow. I just can't remember it as much as I thought I would have. Can we get up there? Nah. Right, we'll grab the star because we were losing out on health anyway. And the ghosts will move us across because they're nice like that, you see. This is Mickey Mouse after all. Except that mushroom thing, I don't like him. And they disappear. But if you want to collect all the mini gems, then it's going to take a while, I guess. Or maybe not like too long, but a little while longer than just completing the main levels. Right, we'll try that again. There's going to be something up here, isn't there? Wouldn't put these branches here for nothing. Here comes our bat fellow. Oh, it's just a collection of gems. Since the bat's not coming back, I'm going to leave them. And we'll try and not get hit now, because I'll be quite embarrassed if I died at the moment. This game isn't exactly challenging, really, is it? Especially this level. And there's no excuse for dying. I've got 2 pieces of life left. So we shall grab this 3rd piece over here. Yeah, we're going to slide down. Which also is from the original, by the way. There's a lot of sliding in the original, not been so much in this version that I've seen so far. I'll grab that. Means we're going to have to go all the way around again now, though. And I think we're going to have to go into this one, aren't we? How did we fall then? Don't know, but we're going to jump onto this guy. Ah, and then we can bump our way over to the side. Brilliant. The hearts, if you haven't figured it out already, you can basically throw at enemies if you don't want to kill them in any other fashion. Oh, I don't remember this, you know, being on the clouds. Or maybe it's just because it looks so different now that I just don't recognise it. What have we got in here? A couple of gems. We'll take them. This is actually feeling, I'm quite surprised, substantially different to DuckTales Remastered. Mainly, the difficulty is nowhere near as intense as DuckTales was, and that was a difficult game right off the bat. If you watch my playthrough for that, if you haven't seen it, then you'll see that that game was not easy. It really wasn't. I mean, I completed it. It didn't take too much effort to complete, but the enemies in that were quite vicious. Here, they don't seem so much.
But this time,
unless it's just that it's early days still, which is possible, I guess. But from what I've been seeing in the reviews as well, this game isn't really challenging. Except the last boss, there's an unnecessary difficulty curve if I have read the reviews correctly, so I'll just be prepared for that. Not that I know anything about it, because I haven't got this far before.
Miserable taunted Mickey with her cruel laugh. But perhaps
down we go. Is this the end of the level?
About how close he was getting.
Not quite. Duck there so we don't get pushed off into oblivion. That wouldn't be good. And we get another bit of a 3D section going on here, with pointy vines coming all over the place just to annoy me. And yeah, they are actually starting to annoy me. What's that there? It's just 2 gems. I'll come back for those later. Can we go this way? Yeah, of course we can. Not that way though. Oh. Okay, well that's the end of Act 2. Which means we have a first boss fight coming up. And we are going to soon be done with the Enchanted Forest. Collect both statue pieces in the world. I didn't actually read the rest of that.
And sprites of the forest behind him. Mickey faced the next.
Sounded like a useful bit of information as well.
Old oak tree. Like all of Miserable's illusions, he was no friend to Mickey.
Of course, the narration in this game is completely new. You didn't really have voices, did you, in the Megadrive days? And this boss is a little bit different. He actually does a little bit more stuff, but other than that, he's basically the same. He moves across the screen, and then he slams himself down, causing stuff to fall from the sky, which you have to dodge. Acorns. But he does a few extra things here that he didn't do in the Genesis version or the Mega Drive version. But other than that, this guy's actually really easy. Much easier than the first boss of DuckTales. DuckTales Remastered, I mean. So look, he's doing some different stuff here. And now he'll roll back down. Still quite predictable. Ah, forgot about those stupid things. Jump. Oh, he still hits us. There's a nasty charge then. But that's the last of his moves. He is dead. And there's our first gem.
Rainbow gem was finally his. Now it was time for our hero to move on.
So it's a very, very family friendly game, this is. The kids aren't going to have too much trouble with it, but there's still fun to be had, there really is, especially if you played the original.
Exploring the castle halls, Mickey now had one of the rainbow gems that would help him save Minnie. But he knew there were more to find, and the Masters of Illusion would not give them up without a fight.
So this was the level we've just played, wasn't it? I'm guessing there's 3 doors because there's 3 acts, that would make sense. And we can go and unlock the second level now, which we will play next time, so please join me for that. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be kept up to date with future releases of this new Let's Play. I doubt very much there's going to be too many episodes because we'll be completing this before you know it, but please do check back. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.